Oh, perfect. Good morning and happy Easter Monday. Thanks for logging in. I feel like I'm going to sneeze maybe in a minute. Yes, can't wait to stretch, move, and flow. And yeah, just enjoy a little bit of movement. I'm all bunged up, so just bear with me. I do think it's just hay fever this type of year. But yeah, bear with me. I'm going to do lots of my exhales with my mouth open. But you feel free to keep mouth closed if you like and work through that ujjayi breath. But I'm just yeah, feeling my usual little I don't know, sniffles. But yeah, amazing. All right, let's go on our backs if that feels good to you. And yeah, all good. Starting in child's pose, or not child's pose, sorry, on your backs in Shavasana. Close our eyes. Just settle into the movement. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Good. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. As you lay down on your back today, just maybe reflecting on this time of year. The Easter weekend, for many of us, sometimes it's just a lovely moment, a little pinpoint for the spring. Sometimes it's an excuse to just be with family. For some of us, it is quite a deeply religious time of celebration. But it is definitely a moment where we can lay and reflect on kind of this moment of renewal and growth and change and shifts. Just leaning a little bit into that energy and leaning into that light. So as we sink into our Easter stretch, I suppose, just take it easy. Make sure that you are honoring your body with every movement, every breath, and taking what you need from the practice, leaving anything that just doesn't feel good. Inhale. And slowly, slowly exhale. There's a little intention that you might like to set. More than welcome. I'm going to just start moving my neck left to right if you want to join me, maybe keeping those eyes closed. Just bring maybe to the forefront of your mind. Maybe if there's a word you've been working on through the year, if that still resonates, it's nice to reflect and go, does that word still suit me? Strength, bravery, playfulness, calm, whatever word you chose for this year, come back to it. Or if you think, I think a new word is in order, a new season, new change. At any point, you can change that word. You can make that shift. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Next time the head is over towards the right hand side, just stop there and take a little moment to check in. Inhale. And slowly exhale as you work the ear down. Creating that little bit of openness. Shoulders draw down. Checking in. Where is that tightness? Breathing in, little smile. As we exhale, slowly turn the neck the other direction. Breathing in. And slow breathing out. Lovely, staying there for another breath in. And slowly breathing out. And turning the head back to center. You've got it. Breathing in with me, we're going to reach those arms up. And exhale, just reach the arms alongside the ears. Little arch in the back and the spine. The hands come alongside those ears, just waking up that body today. I don't know about you. I'm so conditioned to practice on a Sunday. I really woke up on Sunday yesterday being like, I'm really ready for that stretch tomorrow. I've been reaching now, feels a little extra good after all those little indulgences. I definitely leaned into the treats yesterday. 3, 2, and 1, reaching up towards the ceiling. I'm going to keep the hands there. Just interlace the fingers, roll those wrists. Lovely. Maybe releasing any tightness and tension here. Let the forearms release all that you've done all week. Just let it go in hands and those wrists. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in, slowly reach those arms up and bringing them down alongside the body. 5. You've got your legs extended. See if you can bend those knees and walk the heels in a little closer towards the tailbone. Just going to wake up a little bit more in that spine. You're going to breathe in. Just push into the floor with the palms and lift up a little bit. Chin comes in towards the chest. Just see. It doesn't have to be anything deep. Just take a little moment at the start to check in, breathing in. And as we exhale, slowly, slowly come down. Feel every vertebra of the spine make its way to the mat. Inhaling. And slowly exhaling out. Breathing in. And as we exhale, squeezing again, we're really lifting up, maybe staying where you were, or maybe making a decision to kind of shift it. Maybe you wiggle those elbows in, maybe you interlace those fingers, maybe you push a little higher. It's up to you. Remember, we've not done any warm up here, so just listen to what feels good to you. Maybe lifting up in those heels and pushing up a little more. Breathing in, maybe dropping the heels down. Exhaling. 3, 2, and 1. Love. And just unravel that pose. Coming down, feel the spine making its way to the mat. And then just draw those knees in. Just a little hello. I remember in my yoga training, my yoga teacher, Patty, and saying that back bend is one of those best ways to kind of get that energy flowing through the body. It's perfect in the morning, almost kind of like a little shot of espresso. I'm still feeling a little sleepy, but that might just be my hay fever. But it's still nice just to get that heart rate going, heart open, spine kind of moving. Keep it rocking here. Maybe move the neck. See what you're feeling. I always find this one such a good little hello in the body on the back. You can check in on the hips and the knees. You can feel it as we move the head and the neck. How are you today? 4, 3. Nice. 1, 2. And 1. Beautiful. Breathing in, slowly bringing those feet down onto the mat. Awesome. From here, we're just going to work into the feet. So we're going to lift those heels, pushing the toes into the mat, breathing in. And as we exhale, slowly bringing the feet down, maybe flexing the toes up if you can get them a little bit lifted off that mat. Good. Slowly push the toes back into the floor and lift up in the heels. Inhale. And exhale. Simple but important movement. Bring the heels back down and lift those toes. Good. Give those ankles, the feet, the time that they deserve. Slowly bring the feet down and lifting up. Inhale. And slowly exhaling down. Heels come down, toes stay where they are. Beautiful work. Good. We're going to take that right knee in towards the chest. Squeeze it in. Maybe turn the neck wherever feels comfortable. Squeezing in and switching sides. Drawing it in. Little squeeze, little hold, and swap. Good. Find your own flow. Little draw in and drop down. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. See what's going on. How do the hips feel? Does it feel quite loose? Does it feel a little bit tighter? Inhale. And slowly exhale. Lovely. 1 more on each side, meeting me with that right knee, drawing in and working shoulder blades down, tailbone down as you draw that knee in towards the chest. If you feel like it's in towards the chest, you're not feeling much, just take it slightly outward towards the right hand side. See how that feels. Push the tailbone down. Good. Inhaling. And exhaling. How do you feel into that hip? You also have the option we can play with. We've not done much in those hamstrings, so lift up into that left foot, holding here. Inhale. And slowly exhale, pointing and flex that left toes. Breathing in. And breathing out. Maybe rolling that ankle. Inhale. And slowly exhale, maybe extending that leg out nice and slow. If you get it and it doesn't make it to the mat, but it feels too much, bend and bring the foot down. Otherwise, see if you can lay that leg down and still keep that right knee drawing in. Good. Breathing in, breathing out. You'll notice that belly breath. Slowly coming in, working our digestive system. Inhale. And slowly exhale, relaxing in the face, the forehead, the jaw. Good. From here, what we're going to do is slowly take that left hand, guide the right knee. We're going to take a little twist in the body. So bring the knee over towards the right hand side. Or you can peel that right shoulder up. So we're bringing the knee towards the left hand side. We're peeling the right shoulder up. Got that backwards. So when you're ready, just see how you feel. If you wanted to peel the right shoulder up, that's fine. If you want, you can also see, not taking that right hand, lifting it up towards the ear and around in a circle and back. It just allows us to lean into that twist, lifting it up, reaching out towards the right hand side. See how that feels and back. If the twist feels quite deep today, maybe this last circle, we reach around and slowly bring the hand onto that hip. And what we want to do is just see, we can drop down in that right shoulder and open the chest maybe a little bit towards the ceiling. Absolutely fine though as well if you wanted to stay in that fetal position towards the left-hand side. If that feels good, stay there. If it also feels equally good, I'm just going to wiggle over the wall a little bit close to me. You can also bring the hands out into a T position, breathing in and breathing out. Great. Remember those twists. The magic here is not necessarily about the depth of the twist. It's just getting that breath to the belly. 4. Amazing, my friends. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly bring that arm back around. And we're going to just take the body. We're going to use the hands to guide us and slowly bring ourselves back up onto the mat. Good. Lower back, upper back. Make sure everything feels soft and comfy. Good. Keeping that right knee bent. Inhale. Let's bring the left knee in. Good. And exhale. Breathing in, left knee in again. And relax that tailbone down. So see if you can feel like you're pushing the lower back. Tailbone comes down. Shoulders relax. Neck is soft. Inhale. And slowly exhaling out. Breathing in. Back to belly and breathing out. Relax the neck, the shoulders, amazing. Just sinking into the pose. Breathing in. If it feels comfortable, you can take the knee slightly out towards the left-hand side. Just see if it feels good. Inhale, maybe a little smile as we exhale. Nice work. Next, we're going to just play. Oh, quick up with that right leg. Oh, my hammies. Hello, you're tight. I don't know if you're feeling the same. See how that feels. Again, if the knee needs to be bent, that's fine. Just saying a little hello, playing here, maybe with that ankle roll. Inhale. And exhale. Rolling the other direction, breathing in. And out. And maybe a little flex and point with that foot. Just saying hello to your body this morning. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, breathing in. As we exhale, we're slowly extend that leg, lower and lower and lower. If it feels good, bring the leg all the way down. And if not, bend the knee again. That is just as good. Beautiful. We take that pose. We'll take a few breaths here, relaxing in the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Breathing. And breathing out. And leaning into our supine twist. We're going to roll the body over towards the right-hand side. Use the right hand to guide that left knee over and peel the left shoulder up. Good. Staying either here in this lovely fetal position, knee lifted, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe taking that left hand up and making a circle, reaching out towards the left-hand side and around. Good. You can reach up, making that circle whichever way feels good. This is all about listening to the body. Good. Breathing in It just guides us really nicely into seeing where we're at with the twist on that side. Good. And that last one where we find a place to stay. Maybe reaching out, you can pull the hand, left hand onto the hip. Maybe you draw that shoulder down so you can look up towards the ceiling. If it feels comfortable, you can wiggle those shoulders a little bit more in the direction of the mat, opening the chest towards the ceiling. Beautiful, staying here in. Breath to belly and out, or you can take the arms out into that T position. Feel it out. Different sides might feel a bit different. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Lovely belly breath. If like me, you were a little bit indulgent yesterday, the last few days, so much extra sweet bits about. Just enjoy a nice deep breath and slowly breathe in, coming back to that beautiful kind of fetal position on the left-hand side. Inhale. Let's roll ourselves onto our backs again, bringing that foot down, beautiful, and walking that right knee back into mid. Inhale, knees come, and we take our lovely little rock, left to right. Maybe draw the head in. So nice, seeing how you feel. Inhaling and slowly exhaling, let go of the week. Welcoming in April, it's our first class we've done in April so far. Welcoming in that sunlight, really welcoming in that spring. I think in our area we're meant to have that lovely warm weather sneaking up the end of this week. Hopefully we'll just stay. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center. Great. Let's take the knees in towards the chest and slowly bring those feet down onto the mat. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to do a little happy baby. Just to get a little bit more into the hips, and then we're going to roll into our tabletop position. So drawing those knees in, we're going to take the knees wide. See how that feels. If the hips are tight today, you can absolutely just stay here. Use the hands to support the knees. You can also lift up into those legs. Bend the knees and allow the hands again. Elbows down, maybe just support the knees. This is great. Or again, walking to the lower part of the leg or outer edges of the feet. Good, let's get into those hips. Let's find that lovely little reset. Notice where your body's feeling that tightness today. This is great. The lower back, glutes. I feel it sometimes in the inner thighs. Working into that hip muscle, the psoas muscle, beautiful. And again, taking it side to side if that feels good. Or if you fancy a little bit more depth, just gonna move a little closer to, a little further away from the wall or keep knocking it. You can come back to that place of stillness. Work the knees down, tailbone down towards the shoulders down. So that's a yogi's choice. If rocking still feels good today, it's feeling really tight this morning, just do what feels right. If it's movement or stillness that you crave, this is a beautiful place for you just to ask yourself that. It's a little bit of both. You don't know. Just stay in one, move back to the other. You'll find your way. Inhale. And slowly exhaling out. Ooh, those little hips are tight today for me. We're going to roll the ankles one more time as we draw the hands down and the knees come in. Inhale, nice little drawing with the nose towards the knees. Give yourself that hug. Whatever you need it for. And the feet down. Beautiful. We're going to roll over towards the right-hand side in a beautiful little fetal position. Take a little breath. What a great little way to warm up that lower part of the body. Coming all the way up onto the mat. Cheers if you've got a drink. Cheers. Have a little sip and join me for it. It's so cute, isn't it? Because I know it's virtual, but I do genuinely feel like I have a cup of tea and a stretch. It doesn't feel that virtual, even though we're, sat here. So happy Easter Monday. Cheers for having a cup of tea and a stretch with me. Oh, that done really nice. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come on to the knees. Coming into tabletop. If your floor is hard, make sure that you roll the bottom of the mat up. Get any adjustments that you need to make you feel comfortable as we move. Good. Let's come down. Hands in line with the wrists in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. We're just going to take our little forward and back rocks. One of my favorite ways to kind of warm up the body. We walk the hands slightly forward. We're going to lean forward with the pelvis. You can stay here. You can draw the chest through, draw the chin down, shoulders down. Beautiful. In with the core. And sink back into your child's pose. Good. Arms extended. Draw the shoulders down. Breathing in, coming all the way back up. Again, you can stay here. Just have the pelvis drawn forward. Push into the hips, but you can drop through. Work the shoulders down. Chin draws in. Feel that little stretch to the back. Inhale, draw in and down. Enjoying your child's pose today. Fingers wide. More active and up. Beautiful little smile coming forward. Drawing that chest through. If you're in a room where there's windows, noticing that sunlight, a little bit of blue skies peeking through. Inhale. And as we come back up, slowly make your way into that lovely child's pose. Arms extended, working the biceps out, shoulders draw down, chin in. Breathing in. And breathing out. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right hand side. Just get a little into that side body. You can take the left hand on top of the right. Find a comfy place for the neck. Just breathing in, noticing. Sometimes I get that all the way up into the shoulder, into the side ribs. Depends on where your body needs it, feels it. Walking those hands back to center and over this time towards the left as far as feels comfortable. Sinking down still. So you still want that tailbone sinking down as far as feels comfortable. Maybe your right hand on top of the left. And use the breath. This is one of those poses where the breath really does make a difference to the pose. Imagining that you're just really breathing deeply into that right side body and down. You feel the breath naturally go there in this kind of arching position. Breathing in. Breathing out. Awesome. Coming back to center. Inhale. Slowly peeling ourselves back up to tabletop. Inhale, tucking under. Find a nice stretching cat. Chin down. Feeling it out. You want to take that lovely little wiggle left to right, making those little tiny C shapes. Breathing in and breathing out, just enjoying that little stretch. 3. Breathing in and then 2. And 1. Bring back to center. Inhale, draw the chest through, drop the shoulders down. Tailbone lifts up. Good. Little smile if you like, softening in the forehead. 3, 2. Nice cat and cow always feels so good. Night, evening, morning, middle of the day. It just feels so good to get our spines moving and then draw in from that core. Nice little flat back for us. Good. Inhale, we're going to shift weight over towards that left knee. We're going to lift up into the right knee. We're going to make a little circle in. So we're going to work lifting up the knee out and then think about your core, draw it in. Good. We're getting into those hips, finding those circles. 3. Remembering that if it feels too much on the wrist, ever just come into your fist. Breathe with me. 2. And 1. Lovely. Knee comes down. Shift the weight over on the side, lifting it up. Out the knee. Good. Just really going to get into those hips today. Full body stretch. But really thinking about releasing some of that tightness that we hold. 3. Your circles can be as quick or slow as you like. 2. And 1. Good. Slowly bringing it down. Inhale, knees hip distance, sink down into your child's pose. Take it a little softer this time. Maybe draw the hands in, take a breath. And rock the forehead left to right and stack fists, the floor, the palms. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. When you're ready, you're reaching forward. Inhale, coming all the way back up to tabletop. Good. So from here, we're going to just take our little 2 knees, drawing in, our step forward, and we're going to work a little bit into our lizard pose today. So right leg extends, lifting it up, bending in the knee. 2, with our little draw-ins, nose to knee, extend. Drawing it in, and extend, little smile if you like. And this one, nice step. Draw the knee in close to the nose as you can. And you can draw that foot forward. Use the hand if you need to adjust. Inhale, we're lifting up, reaching those arms up. Breathing in, drop the shoulders, sink down. Good. How does that feel for you today? Maybe bringing the palms in. So to take our lizard pose, we bring the both hands down and bring the right hand on the inside of that front foot and see if you can wiggle the front foot out slightly. Beautiful. So both hands coming in line with the shoulders. That might feel enough. If you want, you can sink a little deeper. So we're feeling like we're drawing the pelvis forward, maybe lifting up in the head, chest draws forward a little bit, breathing in and breathing out. This is a great place to stay. You can stay here for your lizard lunge. You can also take that right hand and maybe guide from the inside of the knee. You're kind of working that knee wider. It might feel good. If it feels too much on your knee, take that pressure off. Now, if anyone's feeling a little bit more open, you can come down onto the elbows and the forearms as well, working into that lizard lunge here. So you can be up on the hands. You can be a little bit more forward on the forearms, a little deeper here. Breath in and breath out. Amazing. See where you're at today. And final option, tuck those back toes, maybe lift that back knee, work the heel away as you draw the chest forward. Knee forward, lizard lunge. Hello, those hips, right? 3, 2, and 1. Great. Wherever you are, drop that knee. Walk those hands back up. Slowly lift up in that tailbone. Wiggle that front foot back. Good. Now, when we take our child's pose here to reset, you have an option, knees hip distance, or take them wider, big toes to touch and sink down. Maybe the arms extend out. Maybe you can bring the chest down, or maybe we stack those fists. See where you're at, what's feeling right for you in this position. Little reset between that lovely deep lizard. Breathing in. And breathing out. A beautiful way to start the new season, the new month. Just to find these deep hip releases, the work that comes here just allows us to hit reset on the nervous system, on the body, and our feelings. But if there's anything feeling heavy, you release that. And coming back to your beautiful word that you might have been leaning into today, this season or this year, or maybe just thinking a little more of inviting that more into your life and releasing anything that's just not serving you anymore. Let's slowly walk the hands in. Awesome. You know where we're headed. We're going to lift back up. Take your time. If you had the knees a little wider, see how that feels. Find your tabletop. Good. Breath in. Let it go through the mouth. Nice little moment to reset. Fab. Other side. Inhale. Extend. Breathing in. Exhale. Knee to nose. Good. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Knee to nose. Good. Inhale. Extend. Exhale. Knee. Slowly drawing up towards the nose. Guiding it maybe to lift up. You know where we're headed. Inhale. Lifting up. See what feels right to you. Breathing in. Reaching those arms up. And when you're ready, sinking down. Drop the shoulders. Feel that beautiful lunge. And then from here, we're slowly going to bring the hands in and down. Good. So this time it's the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Wiggle the left foot out. Good. You kind of see from this position, we're drawing that pelvis forward, chest forward. This might be exactly where you want to stay. Stay here and breathe. Come to the fists and breathe. You can also take that left hand and guide that knee a little bit further out. You can stay here. So that's left hand just opening up a little bit into that lower back. Or you can also, only if it feels comfortable, bring those forearms down. See if you can, again, we don't want that tailbone lifted. See if you can draw that pelvis down, working a little deeper. Breathe with me in and out in your lizard lunge today. Just leaning into that feeling in the hips, that irritability. And maybe if that feels great, stick. If not, lift that back heel. Work the heel away. Draw that chest forward. Pelvis draws down. Good. All options are perfect. 3, 2, relaxing in the face. And 1, bring that knee down. Beautiful. Walk those hands up. Slowly lift up in that tailbone and swing it around. Good. Knees either hip distance or big toes to touch, taking it wide. Nice one. Coming down. A little reset. Just choosing to take this whichever way you want. Arms extended, arms in. Forehead's on the mat, forehead's lifted. Just lean in. Because even though this is a beautiful space to reset with those knees wider, it is really quite strong in those hips, isn't it? Strong expression of child's pose. So take it as you need it. Inhale and exhale. Nice work, everyone. Breathing in. And slowly pushing up with the hands. Walk those hands slightly forward, lifting up into the tailbone, swinging those knees back in when you're ready. Amazing. Inhale, we're going to tuck under in the pelvis, find your cat. We're going to tuck those back toes. We're going to lift up into your downward dog. Now, not done much in those hammies, so don't be surprised if they are tight. Walk those heels one then the other. Good. Play with it. First downward dog always feels like this one where you're kind of working out those kinks. Sometimes the second and the third downward dog is like that, isn't it? Some people love it. Some people can rest in it. Some people, or some days, it feels a lot. That really magical stretch actually is a whole body. Does so much for us. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. When you're ready, pushing into your downward dog, knees bent. Take a step or hop forward, whatever feels good. Draw the chin down. Breathing in and out. Inhale, halfway lift. So draw those hands up, those legs, or you can bring the fingertips forward. Maybe bringing the elbows in towards us if you're a bit more upright. Saying hello. Hamstrings, chest drawing forward. No matter which option you've chosen, breathing in. Bend the knees, slowly come all the way up. Arms coming up, palms together. Inhale. And exhale, tucking under into that pelvis. Feeling that lovely strong Tadasana pose. Chin draws in. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Enjoying our standing pose, and then slowly just bring the hands down, palms opening up, draw the shoulders down, chin in, just holding here. You can squeeze in the glutes, feel the lower part of the leg really kind of firing up. Feel the navel drawing in, feel strength here, shoulders draw down. Eyes closed, just feel the sunlight and the warmth kind of sneaking in through those windows. If you're practicing on a day where the weather's not quite like that, just imagine it. Just imagining a little bit of beauty, that little bit of this new season drawing us in, saying hello. Beautiful. Breathing in with me through the nose and out through the mouth. Take the palms together. We're going to give them a little rub. Waking up. Feel the energy. And hands over the eyes, just changing the senses, and slowly flutter those eyes open if you've taken them closed. Amazing. Fun. Need to grab a drink. We're going to start to move and flow a little bit. Work into some of our warriors and keep working into those hips and play a little bit with balance today. Cheers. All right, when you're ready, we're going to come to the front of the mat. Awesome. I'm going to bring the feet hip distance. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Inhale, rolling up. And a little smile back. Good. Should feel good. Just getting into those shoulders. Working into those little niggly bits. 4. Good. For 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. 2. And 1. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, dropping down. back. From here, we're gonna reach those arms up. And as we exhale, hinge at the hips, reach forward, fold down over those toes, draw the chin in. Take your halfway lift, yogi's choice. So arms up, elbows in, or fingertip tips forward if those hammies are waking up. Chest drawing forward, and we're making sure that the hips aren't sinking back. We're in line with those ankles. Deep breath in, little bend. We're reaching up, beautiful palms in, tucking under. I love doing this twice, this first bit of our salutation. A little bit of something that makes, I don't know, I always have this part of the class, but I think it's such a great opportunity to really kind of loosen into the back body, backs to the legs. Okay. Inhale. And exhale, reach. Kind of, this is our beautiful foundational pose, reaching through, folding down. Draw the chin in. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, your choice and where you want to be. Soften in the forehead. 3, 2, and 1. Little bend, reaching up, breathing in. And exhale. Thumbs in, navel in. Draw those shoulders down. Inhale, a little smile, reaching up. Exhale, hinging up, the hips fall down. Halfway lift. Good. From here, we're going to bend those knees. We're going to bring the fingertips slightly more forward. We're going to take a step back with the right foot. Take a nice big wide stance. Good. And from here, we're going to drop the heel down, making the foot into a 45-degree angle, slowly lifting the body up. Good. Now, if you feel like you need to adjust your stance at all, go for it. We're going to turn the hips to face forward, taking our warrior one. Inhale, arms are reaching up. And exhale, we're going to bend into the elbows, take our cactus arms, sink down into that front knee. So if you notice you're bending in your knee, you've got this diagonal, that's not what we want. We want a much wider stance, knee in line with the ankle. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Good. And then exhale, bending down. Make sure you don't have any pain in that back knee. If you need to turn and take that lunge with the heel lifted, that crescent lunge, that's fine. Reaching up. I always say, protect the knees. Inhale, sinking down. You have the option to stay here, or maybe just see if you can squeeze those elbows together, maybe a little back bend. Inhale, we're reaching up. Good, we're going to turn and face the right hand side. Arms come out, wiggle that front foot slightly inward. I'm sure you know where we're headed. We're going to breathe in, lining up those middle fingers and sink down into our warrior two. Good. So in warrior two, you want to be drawing in from the navel, tall from the top of the head, and really lining up those middle fingers and straightening. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. As we sink, you're rotating in those hips. That knee is tracking toward that baby toe, really getting into those hips again. Good, nice and strong. And be looking your front middle finger, holding a little longer today. 3, 2, and 1, and straighten that front leg. Inhale. And exhale in case you might have been holding that breath. Breathe, inhale, and exhale, bending into that front knee. Now we're going to bend into that left elbow, reach up at the top hand. If that feels enough, you can stay here. If you feel like you're a little bit more open, we can slowly see about bringing the hand down, sinking down into that front knee. Maybe fingertips make it, maybe a fist, maybe we stay a bit more lifted. If you wanted to play with the bind today, you're going to take your top hand and tuck it behind you. So bend in the elbow and just see if you can reach over. You're trying to find that left hip. And maybe sinking down in the chest, you're going to reach through with the left hand. Maybe see if you can clasp those hands. If you've got it, cool. If not, please don't worry. And if you have, we're going to bring the body back. So we're bringing it back, sinking into that front knee. We're using those arms to draw that knee a little wider, get a little deeper into the hips. Good. 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming all the way back up if you're taking that option. Please don't worry about which one you chose. Slowly bring those hands in. Good. We're going to turn those toes in. So if you feel like your stance was a little bit wider, make sure that you feel nice and balanced. Toes in. Inhale. And exhale, sinking forward. Draw the chin down. Good. You've got the option here, hands stay on the hips. You can bring the hands onto the lower back and work to draw the shoulders down and elbows in. Or you can also interlace the fingers, maybe extend those arms out, and maybe flip the palms up and let the hands kind of relax down, let gravity do the work here. Just seeing where you're feeling it. Is it the upper body? Is it the lower body? Deep breath in, deep breath out. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Separate those hands, bringing them down. Inhale slowly. See if you can bring the hands back onto the hips. Take your time. Look slightly forward. You don't want to feel any dizziness, squeezing in the glutes and the inner thighs. Coming all the way back up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Maybe wiggling or keeping those feet in. Inhale. And as we exhale, turn to face the short edge of the mat. And when you're ready, feet hip distance. Breathing in, reaching it up. You've got to exhale, hinge at those hips, reach forward, fold down. Good. Exhale. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Wherever you want to be is perfect. And then we're going to bend the knees. We're all going to bring the hands forward, shift the weight slightly forward. Take a nice big step back with the left foot. Good. And just see if you can play. Make sure that everything feels comfortable, the ankle, the heel. You've got that right foot wiggling forward. And when you're ready, you feel really nice and balanced. Take your time. We're going to draw that left hip forward, making sure there's no pressure on that back knee. If there is, make whatever adjustments that you need. You can always lift that back heel and take this in crescent lunge as well. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to bend down. Good. Elbows come down, tuck it under in that pelvis, feeling that openness in the hips. Inhale, reaching it up. Exhale, bending it down. Good. Feeling lovely, strong, heart open, chest open, reaching up. Beautiful work. Inhale. Sinking down. Maybe take a little back bend here, looking up as we sink and reaching up. Breathing in. We're going to turn and we're going to wiggle so that that back foot, the toes are in line with the long edge. Going to wiggle the front foot over, heel in line with the middle of the back foot. Arms come out. Good. There we go. I'll show you from this side. Sometimes the bind is a little easier to see. So let's start with the arms, checking in, middle fingers lining up, breathing in and breathing out, sinking into your warrior two. You know where we're headed, tuck it under, knee out, body stays nice and long in the center and lift. Drawing in from your core, breathing in, relaxing in the face and breathing out, sinking down. A little hold, we're gonna hold this a little longer, tucking under, knee wide. Good, tuck under, lift from the top of the head. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Straightening that front leg. Inhale, a little smile. And exhale, bending in that front knee. And again, you can bring the elbow down, reach the top, hand up. We can stay here. Come out of this anytime you want. Option 2, maybe bringing the fingertips down, seeing how that feels. If you need to make any adjustments, work to get that knee a little wider. If the top hand tucks under and behind, that might be good. Maybe leaning forward, seeing if you can wrap that arm back, maybe bringing the hands to touch, and then you lift the body back up, sink down, open that knee. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Breathing in. Slowly bring those knees back in. Good. I'm going to turn to face you again for this one. Breathing in this time, leading with the chest. And bring the fingertips forward. Good. From here, you can just hang out if that feels good. You can bring the palms in between the feet, or you can flip. So you can draw those hands, fingertips, you can reach through the legs and draw the nose through, or bring palms down and bend into the elbows. That's up to you. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel what feels good in your inversion, what feels good in the body. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walk those hands a little more forward. You got it. Wiggle those feet in. And when you're ready, coming all the way up. Take your time. Bring the body back to lovely standing position. Heels and feet. Wiggle. And walk them in. Good. Nice job. What a flow. Knees coming wide. Breath in. And breath out. Awesome. I'm going to play with a little bit of our balances. So if you needed the wall or a chair or anything, grab that. We will kind of lean into a little bit more of a say, a little bit more challenging balance of bird of paradise, but also we can take bird of paradise by thinking about on the floor. We drew the knee in, we were holding that here. That's just as good. Hold on to the wall. Equally, you can take the bind with it. So we'll do both. And everyone will do the first one together, and then the second one is your option. So it's up to you. All right, when you're ready, breathe in with me. Just breathe out and just let it go. Amazing. So we're going to start with the feet hip distance, hands onto the hips. Now, if you needed to hold on to something, absolutely make sure you've got that close by. Inhaling. Exhaling, we're going to bend into the knee, shift the weight towards that right hand side, and the left toes are going to come up. Good, we're going to lift that left knee. Draw in from your navel. Feel like I'm drawing really tall from the top of the head, lifting you up. Good. Maybe use the hands to draw that knee up and drop the shoulders down. If you're able to just use one hand, you can kind of use that right hand to balance, lifting up. Good. Breathing in. Oh, I love my little balance. How funny. I'm breathing out. It's because I caught a vision of something moving. That's always the way. Draw that knee wide if you like. You can have the other hand on the hip or holding onto the wall. Perfect. Tucking under in that pelvis. Really squeeze and open up in those hips. Amazing. 3, 2. Nice to point the toes. Looks quite smart. And 1, slowly bring the knee back to center and down. Good. Awesome. Shake it out. Deep breath. And exhale, just in case you're holding the breath. Good. Breathing in. Drawing in from the navel. Bend the knees. Shift the weight over. Good. We're going to bring that left foot or right foot in. Left leg is your standing leg. Right knee comes up. Bringing the hands in, rotate, draw the chest through, shoulders back, tall from the crown of the head. See how that feels. Option to stay here. You can hold on to the wall, or you can take that left hand to the left hip. Slowly see what it feels like to tuck under. So we draw in from the navel, we squeeze under in the glutes, point that toe, open the knee wide. Beautiful work today. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. 3, 2, and 1. Back in and down. Awesome. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Let it go. Fab. So we're going to grab a little drink, take a little moment to reset, and we'll play with Bird of Paradise now. You can either do the exact same sequence, lifting and opening and holding. Very good for the body and our balance. You may want to play a little bit with Bird of Paradise. So if you are going to stay with what we've done, bend over, knee out. Hold as long as you like, bring it down, and then you'll switch sides with us. If you'd like to play with a little bit with Bird of Paradise, it's nice to just take the legs a little bit wider. That's kind of my best bet to start. Nice and wide. We're going to take the lift up the left leg first. So we're going to lean forward. We're going to use our right leg as our standing leg, just like the others. And we're going to lean forward. I want you to take your right hand and tuck it behind your back. Almost see if you can guide it with those knees bent over as far as possible towards that left hip. Good. And then you're going to take your left hand. We're going to bend forward just like we did before. We're going to tuck under, grab those hands. If you can get there, great. If not, no worries. But then from here, we're going to think about that left foot. I want you to wiggle the heel over until you're just forward when the feet are about hip distance, maybe coming up to the tops of the toes. If you've got that little bit of a bind, slowly, don't go too quick, lift up. So you can lift up a little higher. See if you can come to standing. And again, it does not matter if you've chose this with the bind and hold. Somebody does want to extend that leg, you absolutely can. Don't have to. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down. Nice work. Deep breath in and let it go. It's a nice little one to play with. We don't do it that often, so please don't worry. Just seeing where it's at today. It doesn't have to be anywhere as well. This is absolutely perfect. You can tell it's not super different. It just really lifts and opens a little bit differently with the bind. Does not have to be there ever. All right, other side. So your standing leg is going to be your left leg. The right leg is going to be the one to lift. Joining us. If you're going to play with the binder, have a go. Inhale. Legs are a little bit wider. Exhale. I'm going to lean forward. Good. What I want us to do, bend those knees. Good. We're going to take that left hand and see if you can lift it up and just bend and see if you can tuck that in. Even if you're a little bit higher, you might want to bring it. It doesn't have to be there. You've got plenty of room. If not, but bring it in the direction of that right hip and down. Good. So the right hand's going to draw down and around. You want to bring almost the elbow in the crease of that knee and see if you can interlace those fingers. If you've got it, fold forward. Sometimes it doesn't feel like much here. We're going to think about pushing into the toes and wiggling that right foot in. This might be as far as you get, might be perfect. Staying forward fold here or come up to the toes. See what it feels like. Take your time to lift up. If the lift is there today, just breathe. Don't worry if it's not there. Take your time. Lifting up. Breathing in and breathing out. If you wanted to take the extension of the leg, doesn't have to be there. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, everybody. Beautiful. Nice work, everyone. Breathing in, roll the shoulders up and back. Let's take those lovely circles, reach the arms up and swing them back. Good, reaching it up and back. Good. This time when you reach forward, interlace those fingers, make a lovely little ball, chin down. Feel that stretch across the upper body. 3, it's like you're making a big ball. 2, and 1, reaching up. Little back bend if you like here. Little smile. Hands come down. Exhale. Good. Breathing in one more time. Reaching up. And exhale, swinging them around. Forward, making a ball. Draw the chin in. Get a little bit into that upper body. Make your circle. Chin to chest. Inhale, lifting it up. You've got a little back bend if you like. Slowly bring those hands down, tucking under, hands onto the hips. Exhale. Nice work. Inhaling. And slowly letting it out through the mouth. Just want you to stay there. Close the eyes. Simple. Hands on the hips. Noticing if the heart rate shifted. Noticing any stillness in the body. Just let the breath go back to its natural rhythm. Maybe bringing the palms to touch here. Thumbs to sternum, lift the elbows. Deep breath in and out. Face soft. Just stop. As we stand here, we want to come back to our word or our phrase. New or the same for the year, whatever it is. Just sit with that. Through our little bit of hip work, we were able to release anything blocking us, holding us back, not serving us. So we can lean forward into this word, this feeling, this place that we desire. Breathing in and reaching it up. And exhale, hinging at the hips, fold down, bring the hands forward. Walk those feet down and around. Good. Grab your drink if you like. We'll come a little closer. Take our lovely little massage of the face. And then we'll move down. Our Shavasana. Cheers. I feel like I could have kept teaching. I always feel like that in yoga. Could just keep going and going. Spend my whole morning, day with you even. Your pointer finger and middle finger, we're going to bring them in. And we're just going to trace over the eyebrows to start. And then walking around. Amazing. Beautiful. Just feeling around wherever you need to. Up higher towards the hairline, or a bit lower And then let's get into those tempos. Let's really circles, or you can just make movement up and down. Sometimes it feels really good to go into the scalp here. Maybe just making those big circles. Release any headaches, tension, stress. Oh, nice. 3. Inhale and exhale 2. Nice. And 1. I'm going to come to the top of the nose, maybe little circles here. The option to trace down and around those cheekbones, really circling where you kind of feel the sinus all the way down the nose. Good. Find those circles, make those movements. Move the hands up, up, up. Beautiful. Beautiful work. 3. Inhale and exhale 2. 1. Amazing. And if you did want to make any last movements, if you know the kind of circles in the hair, go for it. If you want to just work on relaxing the jaw, just take whatever it is feels best for you. And join me in that beautiful deep breath in. Slowly exhale. Making any last adjustment that will help settle into your Shavasana. And then when you're ready, lay back onto your mat. Maybe crawl back into bed, or maybe if upright, sitting upright feels good today, please take that. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. Close the eyes. Just allow yourself to stop. Asking yourself how you feel after your breath and movement. Inviting yourself, giving yourself permission to settle to the silence. If you're able to just tap into that stillness, quieting of the mind, just stay there as long as you can. You rest and reset, just bring yourself to the most calm place possible, relaxing in the forehead. Letting go of any last tension you might be holding between the eyebrows. Easing creases alongside the eyes. Letting yourself fall into that lovely sleepy space. Drifting maybe the direction of sleep. Trying to find that sweet spot in between sleep and awake. Just stop. Allow the back body to be supported by the mat or wherever you chose to lay your Shavasana. Noticing the points at which the body connect, are supported, or you're held. Letting gravity do its work. Allow yourself to surrender any last drop of tightness. Feeling a lightness overcome you from the crown of the head, all the way down the front and the back body, all the way down to the toes. Feeling as light as a feather, as if you could almost lift up. Letting the heaviness just melt away. That light and that beauty in. Maybe coming back to your word. Letting the outer edges of the mouth curl up. Knowing that whatever it is you desire, you deserve it. And I know and trust that you'll find it. Wishing you the most beautiful Monday, sorry. Beautiful week ahead. And yeah, happy April. All my love, happy Easter, and hopefully see you soon. Stay as long as you want today, team. All the love.